Welcome to the garden. Somebody made me cry on the internet today. Don't worry, Mom, Maddie handled it. This morning, somebody made a comment on my YouTube channel off of one of my garden videos. They took my 3-minute thing and decided they knew who I was. I read this comment. I mean, it was like this long. And it just, it was so uncomfortable and healing at the same time. And as I was reading it, like, it was really hard because I've had a lot of comments in the past, both in person and out of person, similar to this. But I had just had something that really reminded me of like nervous system regulation. That's something I'm trying to work on right now, is just listening to my body, being aware of it, and trying to work through that and figure out, okay, why is this being triggered? What am I feeling? What is this about? And working through it. And that gave me a chance to do that. I mean, honestly, my legs went numb. I felt so overwhelmed. I'm reading it the same time that my body's reacting. My body's reacting to the words, but my mind is like, hey, this person literally does not know who you are. You are none of these things that they're saying. For the first time, I actually feel aware of who I am, and I have confidence in that, and I have peace and reassurance in that. For the first time, I've chosen me and will not accept anything less than what I'm worth. So I turned on one of my favorite worship songs, which is God, I'm Just Grateful. Because gratitude is such a great way to get out of depression, panic, worry, fears, to just go into gratitude and be grateful. And that song is just such a good song. I didn't expect to get emotional. I'm really grateful for the tools that I've put in place for myself. And my whole goal with all of this is just to encourage others to find those tools. Like, maybe something I say will help you in a moment. Like the podcast I listened to earlier this week helped me in that moment and reminded me, like, you are safe. You know who you are. This person has no clue. This says more about them than you. At the end of the walk, I was like, I remember who I was 5 years ago and how I would have reacted to this, and who I was today. I'm so proud of myself. I'm not the kind of person who goes on the internet and gets in a fight in the comment section like I used to. I'm not going to get offended because of your judgments or your bias or your closed-mindedness, because I know who I am and I know what I'm worth. And I've struggled with that for a long time, and I've worked through it for a long time. And I want that for everyone. I want them to know their value. You are so freaking valuable. No matter who you love, no matter what color your skin is, no matter what your story is, you are so freaking valuable. But I really hope it encourages you. Today was like, it was a weird moment, but it was such a freaking awesome moment at the same time. And if someone judges you or says something about you, that has more to do with them and how they perceive themselves than you. Find that inner knowing. Remember that voice that was inside of you when you were a kid, and follow that. And remember who you are. Because when you can get to that place, people's words and actions, they don't have as much power. The person with a long ass comment, I hope you find that kind of peace. And I will continue sharing my story on the internet in hopes that it could encourage somebody walking through a time that I've walked through, because I've walked through a lot and I've grown a lot. And that's what all this is about, is just encouraging others. Your story is your power. And if we share it, we can help others. That's why God gave me a voice, and I am called to do this. So you got this.